Hey everybody, welcome back to Shenanigans, where quesadillas don't work. Our players are in their bed or sleeping on their couch. And, I don't know, Rob, save us all.
Alright, well, you guys arrived back at Luna Acres High Security Farm.
Alright, cool.
So, what now?
I walk up after I get the money.
Alright, so you head back up. Veronica's there. Well, now you did return after all.
Yeah, we had to go get honey. So...
Can't think of why. I'm not sure what honey has to do with eggs.
Do you ever not want honey?
What a self-centered bitch. She thinks everything has to do with her and her farm. You know, we can just go get honey for our own reasons, too.
Anyway, so, do you have a dozen of Henrietta's eggs?
Why, we do. She came through.
Alright, that's lovely.
And luckily for you, you're the first person to come back and ask, since you didn't sit down and deposit or anything for the eggs.
Well, I guess we rolled the dice a little bit there, and they come up in our favor. So... how much is it for a dozen eggs?
Why, it's 25 gold pieces an egg for Henrietta's eggs.
So 300 gold?
So as I said, they can be Henrietta's egg, or they can be voice is going out. Henrietta's eggs. If you want to say you spent the money.
No, I'll take the real ones.
All right, then.
Can I get a receipt with that?
Absolutely. Everything's above the board here at... Ah, man, my throat. That voice is doing me in. At Luna Acres.
All right, cool. So I take the eggs, get the receipt, and leave, so you don't have to do that voice.
All right. So you return back. The Scarecrow's like, did you get the receipts?
Yep.
Excellent. I knew a good upstanding place like Luna Acres, a government contractor no less, would take care of everything the right way.
Yep.
No, they don't.
What do you mean? They got receipts? They never
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
75% overrun on their government contracts for the prison.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, sir. We got here genuine Bessie milk and genuine Henrietta eggs. And now we've got the honey from the extracted with St. Beatrice's thigh bone by a virgin. Everything's good.
Something like that.
So, Neal, you said that Julia is 34 years old?
She is 30 years old, yes.
30 years old, and she was a virgin, you said.
Well, considering her existence began about 2 hours ago, yes.
Okay.
Judging by the personality, I think it's a safe bet. I mean, she did just burn down a beehive because somebody got woken up in the middle of the night and decided to take 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you know what they say about the crazy ones in bed.
They say, don't stick your dick in crazy.
That right there, kids, is crazy.
So we have everything except for the salt?
So, yes, we need to get the salt.
Wonderful. And then I assume after we've gotten the salt, we'll need to go to the front and bake the waffles, and you'll take care of the rest, or are you going to bake the waffles too?
We just need to deliver the things. We have royal chefs to bake the waffles.
All right,
not
cool.
gastromancers.
So let's go.
That, I'm not sure what that has to do with it, but no.
A gastromancer, one who studies magic to improve the quality of food.
Yeah, so anyway, let's get moving.
When will we ever learn? Where is this rock salt prison mine?
Well, then, we'll just have to follow on. We'll see if it can be a red line this time. As soon as I clicked it, it turned green. Why would it do that? It's like it's out to get me. Anyway, all right. I'll need sound here.
What sound do you need?
Well, I think we all know what sound. You follow along, then you realize that the road actually goes most of the way there. You follow the road, and then the red line stops. Because up ahead in the road, you see a very nice, high-quality wagon parked sideways across the road. And there's an extremely well-dressed hobgoblin. His hair slicked back, very neatly tailored. He just looks immaculate in black. And he sees you approaching, and he takes a few steps towards you. Excuse me, my wagon seems to have thrown a wheel. I was wondering if you folks could step over here and help me repair it.
Why, of course.
Is it on?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why, you look strong there, sir. Perhaps you could set down your swords and help lift the wagon so that the wheel could be fixed.
I don't need to set down my swords to do that.
Well, consulting certain tomes which describes two-handed swords, I believe they weigh quite a lot. I wouldn't want you to strain your back.
Bro, I got all the proper lifting techniques. I practice this crap on the daily. And I go over. It's like, at first I was weird, but he just said I couldn't lift this. So
you're definitely going to lift it now.
Oh, I'm definitely going to lift it. I'm just going to, got to use the legs, use the core, not the back.
Okay, so he seems very preoccupied. I'll let the other two make perception checks.
Excellent.
I know exactly what's happening.
We all know what's about to happen. Well, maybe.
I'm about to murderate someone.
All right. So only Julia notices that none of the wheels in the wagon seem to be broken or damaged in any way.
Hey, bro, can you come over here real quick and give me a hand? I think my hand's slipping a little.
He says,
Just need to readjust it real quick.
Just get my tools out of the back of the wagon.
Better be a jack in there.
He steps over to the
Or Jim.
wagon.
Or Jill. I'm like watching him.
All right. And he leans in and then leans back out, holding a extremely heavy, very well-made crossbow, already loaded.
I drop the wagon,
Yes.
making sure it does not land on my feet.
All right.
All right. So, can I immediately cast Command to Drop?
If you had noticed that the wagon wheel was broken, then I would have let you, but
I mean, he just
you
pulled out
apparently
a
were
crossbow.
surprised by this development.
Okay.
Since Neal noticed something was wrong, I'll let Neal react if Neal wishes to, which will apparently probably be in some over-the-top way.
Possibly. But I really only have the one spell. I'm not like gonna conjure spell components right now. So I guess I'm gonna put up a bunch of flames into the hobgoblin's face.
All right.
Yeah. So saving throw versus spell for the hobgoblin to take half. Or he takes 3 points of burning damage from a... It's more of like a little candle that I like get really close to him and and singe him.
All right. You give him 3 points of damage, which singes his suit and gets him, and he looks down and he sees some flames coming off from this. Well, now, we didn't have to get violent about this. All I needed were the milk and the eggs and the honey.
So when do I roll for initiative?
Yeah.
He just pointed a crossbow at me. I'm pulling out my sword and I'm swinging it.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
14 with my skillet. Should have saved that spell.
Ha! I somehow rolled faster. Ha ha.
You know what? Attack with that.
Ouch.
All right. So, unless none of you beat the 8.
Mm-mm.
All right. So, the very nicely, professionally dressed hobgoblin here raises his crossbow and points it at the person who singed him in the face and pulls the trigger.
Go for it. Hurt me.
That's right. Shoot the person who doesn't have the giant swords on his back.
Not even.
And then 4 other crossbows. Actually, they don't make any real noise because they all have silencers. Go off from ambush around you. Well, actually, it's just the same thing here, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so those 3 were at the rock because everybody else was aiming at the guy with giant swords. So the 22, this was a nat 20.
It's only a hit.
It's not a crit.
Nope. 1/8
All
AC.
right. And then one more shot goes at. Let's see. We'll pick either Julia or Harold. We'll pick Harold since Julia's already been shot at. What's your AC, Harold?
Howard.
Or Howard, sorry.
More than that.
All right. So only the rock was hit. For 4.
All right.
Who was next?
Crossbows
My
takes
word.
forever.
Yeah, so crossbows went firing from like hidden in the bushes.
I think I'm next.
All right. What are you going to do?
I'm going to murderize the dude right in front of me.
All right, go for it.
So is that a double crit?
He is AC 14, so what's the call?
That's a double crit.
All right.
It's a double crit.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's a terrible roll.
All right, you injure him badly,
Wow.
but don't kill him.
That's a terrible
Who's
roll.
next?
Rock, what did you have for... It's gotta be Howard.
Yeah, I had 10.
Nice.
I was at 12, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 14, so it's you, Howard.
Yeah. Okay, so how many of them can I see?
You only see the one. I mean, you can make a perception check to try to spot any of the ones. I mean, you realize since crossbow bolts came shooting out of the bushes, that must be something
Right.
else going on. So make a perception check to try to spot any others. All right. The 25, you do spot the other 4. They're very well hidden. They're also very well dressed and look and very, very professional.
Okay, so I affect 2 with a hold person spell.
Nice.
All right.
I don't. Did they get saves?
I believe they do.
Good check. Yep. save negate.
Since you went against 4, do they get a bonus to their? I think hold is one of those where the more people you affect, the more people you target, the better their save is. Is that right?
If only 2 persons are being enspelled, each rolls his save with a -1 penalty.
But you targeted 4, so it's just normal save.
I mean, it just rolls a d4 for how many you can possibly target.
Oh, okay. So I guess I've so many different editions, and I've seen different versions where you picked how many you were targeting. All right, Neal, does 15 make it for a fighter's save?
Just straight roll.
Versus spell?
No. Yeah.
No, you need to be a 3rd or 4th level fighter to handle that.
All right, did not.
You'd have to be a 5th or at least a 5th level fighter to pass that.
Okay. So the 2 of them are frozen.
Excellent.
They're-
I'm going to.
They're out for 10 rounds. Oh, no, 6 rounds. 6, so.
All right, Julia's going to, and then she trailed off.
Yeah, I was waiting for Howard to finish his words. Julia's going to disengage and hide under the wagon. I have 10 AC,
Excellent.
and I'm 1st level, and I've got no more useful spells, so I'm going to hide under the wagon. Did the Scarecrow roll for initiative?
He can't really do anything.
Okay.
He's just a telepresence.
Cool.
He's only here for expositional purposes
Excellent.
and to
Well-
dispense money.
Initiative then?
Yep. Seems like everyone's gone, right? All right. So he. All right. I'm going to assume you guys all blew the 16.
Yes.
I don't know. Is Howard?
From...
Did Howard roll?
We'll see. 15.
Yo.
All right. The rock goes. No, I was about to say the rock goes first, which didn't sound right.
Julia.
He'll go.
Yeah, I will radiant action with my iron skillet. In case anyone gets close to me, any enemies get close to me, I'm gonna whap them. But otherwise, I'm hiding under the wagon.
All right. The rock effectively goes
Next.
first then, which
Yeah.
is really weird to say.
Yes, it is. Oh, look, that's not a crit. Dang it.
Oh.
All right, I attacked the same guy that I attacked last time. Does that
All
kill
right.
him?
You hit him. He teeters a bit. He goes,
Oh,
I
I have.
"That's your
You did more with
professional
a
skill,"
single.
and then falls over.
Very polite.
What was
You
that?
did more with a hit than you did a double crit.
Yep. I
All
understand.
right, Howard, what do you do?
I'm gonna run out one of the ones that are not frozen and attack.
Okay.
I think I just get a +1. So.
All right, you miss badly. All right, you are there. What kind of armor are you wearing?
Yes. A shield and splint.
And splint?
Yeah.
Damn, Dina. All right, so the 2 of them, since you've charged them, are going to attack you.
Okay.
Nice.
Does the 20 hit?
Yep.
All right, they have very professional-looking long swords.
Oh, I bet it is.
Okay.
Does all 3 damage.
Ow.
Is that Rocks. I guess we're at initiative then, right?
No, we're at the Rock's second attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that. All right. So, can I see any of these guys? I'd assume that because Howard's fighting at least one of them, and they've drawn long swords.
Yeah, we'll say so. Can you move between Neal? What's the ruling? Can you move between attacks?
Yeah, as long
All right.
if you're okay with it. That's generally how it goes.
All right. However you normally play it, I wasn't sure.
So I'll go up to the one that isn't attacking Howard. So, or if they're both attacking Howard, then I'll just go up to one of them. I don't care
They're
which
both
one.
attacking Howard.
I murder late him. You said they had 1-4 AC,
Yes.
so that's a triple crit. And he's dead.
Whew. Okay, yeah, that does kill him.
Thank you, dice. And that's the end of the round.
All right, now initiative.
Excellent.
Do you actually beat them again? Wow.
Wow.
Is Julia rolling? Or is she just
No,
gonna say
she's
it?
just holding the action, waiting for anyone to come by so she can ankle them with the skillet, the 10-pound skillet.
All right, Howard, you go first.
$14.
Nice.
14 is exactly it.
$5 damage.
All right, you nicked him. Next up is the Rock.
Cool.
Boop. I hit him.
Battle hit.
Do 12 damage.
You did more than nick him. He's badly hurt, but he's still up. And his attack.
Two of my buddies are frozen.
Oh, he missed horribly.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Well,
You
at
have,
this point, we're both attacking him. If you run, it would just kill him.
all right, so it's initiative again.
Yep. Ah, there we go. That's the initiative rolls I'm used to.
God damn
Nice.
him. All right.
You forgot to
Oh, whoops.
do that.
D10.
That's roll.
It's the exact same goddamn roll.
Excellent.
All right, Howard, go first.
Okay, so we both go first. All right. That's
Nice.
not quite right. Hold on.
That's a big crit.
It's a bit more than a crit.
He was a natural 100.
Okay. So no
Good hit,
dice.
good hit. Boop. Oh, he did. He did.
All right, he already had. Yeah, okay, that does put him down.
2-7 damage. All right, and then it's
You're
just the two
surrounded
guys that are.
by the corpses of 5 very well-dressed, professional-looking hobgoblins in black suits with studded leather armor underneath. And their weapons are all
Yeah, I'm gonna walk.
very, very well. They look
Yeah.
very, very nice.
Yeah, we make sure that the guys that had been
I'm
held
taking
personed,
the weapons.
they die. Gonna
Yeah.
check their bodies for gold. Gonna
Howard
check the
walks
wagons for
up and
money.
just slowly slices the throat.
All right, so you go kill the 2 frozen ones before you forget about them. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you search for gold.
I search for anything valuable on them and the cart.
I'd come out of my hole from underneath the
Oh,
cart.
geez, those crossbows must be worth a ton.
Oh,
Oh
wonderful.
yeah.
The Rock you're looting. Go ahead and roll 5d20.
All right. Excellent.
You find
Anyone's on the list.
3 gold between all of them in fine leather purses held, on their persons. You find the crossbows are extremely well made. It looks like they've added the bow part to silence them. And the swords are again very well made. Not enough to be magical or anything, but there's a very, very professional looking aspect of this. And you find a note in the pouch of the hobgoblin who was up by the cart. You see within it, there's a description of the party.
Excellent.
How do they describe us?
It first describes the scarecrow, and then it says he'll be traveling with 3 of the usual riffraff from Shenanigans.
Yeah, riffraff.
Oh.
And then it describes each of you with a fairly accurate description. Just very, it's a very impersonal, just like how you look, etc.
Okay.
And then it says, it ends with, the scarecrow cannot be allowed to reach the negotiations with the milk, eggs, honey, and salt. Deal with them as you must. If you succeed, the usual payment will be waiting for you at the usual place. N.
What's it say?
It says what it says right there. And,
He's illiterate.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell him.
Nerd, read this.
Squiggle.
Excuse
Not
me,
yet.
as I'm orsoning myself.
I'll hand Juliet and Howard 1/8 gold each.
E.
So he's illiterate, but he can do math.
Don't judge.
It's totally legit.
So now 5 masterwork quality steel longswords.
No, you had 4 from the guards that were masterwork quality steel longswords.
Right, but
These are just very nicely, professionally made longswords.
okay. So 4 steel and then a bunch of bronze ones.
But very, very nicely made. No like notches and things like that. And you can see that they were each wearing gloves, and they didn't leave any fingerprints on their crossbows or longswords.
No fingerprints on the crossbows or longswords.
No, they're very professional. These guys. Each had an extra hit die for a hobgoblin.
I was wondering how they survived so much damage. Okay.
They're professionals.
So we got 5 heavy, extra fancy crossbows.
Yes.
Excellent.
You want to carry
And
those?
There's a very well made black wagon with a 2 fairly good horses tied to it.
Hell, I'll take it.
Okay, we also have a horse, so I'm not sure how you would do both.
That's a lot of... I mean, we could just tie, attach the horse's reins or leads to our horse and kind of have it trot beside us.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we dump all the loot on to the wagon, and then I don't know, somebody rides the wagon.
Yes.
I'll ride.
The scarecrows are this enemies of the state. Who are these people? What do they want? Why would anyone oppose peace?
It
Well,
seems
they're
these
dead.
guys are working for somebody, and they wanted money, but they're dead.
They're
No.
working for N. Who is N?
Nobody.
No.
That makes no sense.
Well, let's go get this salt. How far is it from here?
It's just north of Chester Creek.
Well, yes, but Chester Creek is quite long. No, wait. Wrong creek. Wonderful.
Oh, I assumed that Chester Creek was the name of a settlement there. It's just the
No,
name-
Chester Creek is the name of the creek that runs from Wicklamdo to the Berg River.
Ah, yeah. So we head up Chester Creek to the base of Wicklando, where the salt mine is.
Wonderful. I push my horse forward.
All right. Music. All right. You arrive at the salt mine and rehabilitative facility.
The what?
The salt mine and rehabilitative facility.
That's what I thought you said. Okay.
Okay, as you approach, there's stone walls with big jagged spikes along the top that are that go both inward and outward to prevent people from breaking in or out. And there's a wrought iron gate, and you can see a tower with a guard up on top, looking down at the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you as you approach, and then he leans back. Did anybody order a scarecrow?
I just look to the Scarecrow, fully expecting him to take charge of the situation since he's an emissary of the state and this is a state-run prison.
Well, he does step up and says, I am the mage Artabimbus. I come here as a representative of the crown. I demand entry. And he goes, oh, it's the scarecrow from before. All right. And he comes down from the tower and unlocks the gate.
If he already knew about a scarecrow, why would he be confused?
It could have been a different scarecrow.
How many people bring scarecrows here on a daily basis?
Yes.
Well, it is Shenanigans.
Was a different day. It's not like the scarecrow came.
Okay, fair enough.
Yesterday. Besides, how many times does anybody expect to be visited by an animate scarecrow?
At least
If it happened
times.
once, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened again.
Would you necessarily assume it was the same one, though?
Yes.
If it had a human's face on it?
Well, then I guess some people just don't like to view people as individuals and view them as classes of people, treating them all the same. All right.
The same face
That's
on
exactly
it?
what's going on here, Rob. Yep.
All right, so the guard lets him in and he's like, you're back. What do you need? We need salt harvested with the ebon pick by a killer. And he goes, well, you're going to have a problem there. See, yesterday we had a mine collapse, and the tunnel is blocked off. And to make matters worse, it seems like the mining crew inside were all killed by the collapse, because we can hear them in there moaning and making undead noises and things.
But
Wait, they got
well,
animated?
this is a salt mine, yeah?
Yeah. Apparently,
So
the ones who killed came back to take vengeance against their cruel treatment.
Okay, who cares about that? But if it's a salt mine and there's a collapse, isn't that still salt that's right there? So we just like hit the
Did
crumbling.
walk around the entrance. The GM did think of that. You'll have to get through the collapse and then through the undead to reach the salt.
Excuse me, my good sir. The ebon pick. What is that? Could you elaborate a little bit for me? I would very much love that. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. We keep that. I guess they break it out every couple of years when they need to make an unbreakable treaty.
Mm-hmm.
It's a giant tractor.
Yeah, it's just a pick made out of ebon, which is a really stupid thing to make a pick out of. But I guess if you just use it once every 10 years or so.
And what exactly is ebon?
Oh, they killed
Ebon
to make
looks
that.
ebon.
Ebon. I've never heard of this word before.
But poor Eben. Who made
Well,
that guy into
maybe
a
you
pick?
should use your iPhone to look it up.
Yeah. Neal, they killed one of your mods to make the pick.
There's no excuse for anybody to have to ask any questions now that iPhones have been invented.
The only Eben is the roleplay Eben show when I Google
Well,
it.
Ebony. We just call it Eben because it sounds cooler.
Ah, Ebony.
Because it's being used adjectively.
Are you sure about that word?
I'm very sure my mother was a grammar teacher who also taught history. You know, she told me some interesting things. Would you like to hear them?
God.
I would love to hear the interesting things your mother taught you, Rob.
Absolutely. Well, see, she was especially versed in the history of Chester Creek, which is partly why I came to work here.
Oh, I thought this was Rob's mom telling him interesting things. I don't care about the NPC. No, it's okay, okay, sweetie. Okay. Now this ebony pick, I'm sorry, the ebony pick, is it used, when was the last time the pick was used, and how much salt was gathered, and what happened to that salt?
Well, it was last used a couple days ago when this scarecrow came through with his griffins, although apparently he seems to have misplaced those.
No, they all burned to death in a fire.
Why we thought we were, confused, because last time we saw the scarecrow, it was on a griffin, and so we thought, oh, this must be a different animate
I understand.
scarecrow.
We have many animate scarecrows where I come from, but please, can we get onto the salt?
Yes, so it was just last used a couple days ago by this guy who went in and he had a killer. We used to have a few killers.
Uh-huh.
They're trapped behind, and I'm assuming dead, behind the rocks that collapsed there.
Yes, you should sue the mountain for murder, but continue.
So, yeah, I hope you have a killer, because we do have a few prisoners left.
We have many killers
really
here.
Killers.
Don't worry, I am a trained
You're
killing man.
Because we only have 3 convicts that didn't get crushed. One of them was an embezzler, one was a jaywalker, and the other one tore the tag off a mattress.
My God, high crimes.
Oh, was he trying to sell the mattress? Because that's actually when it really matters.
And then apparently he thought it was like getting in the way of putting on the sheets, and he tore it off.
No, you're allowed to do that after you buy it. It's if you're trying to sell it.
Maybe he was demonically possessed or something.
And wonderful. So the ebon pick was used to mine salt 2 days ago. And what happened to all of the salt that got mined by the pick?
Well, that scarecrow fellow there just took it.
All the salt that was mined by that pick has been taken by the scarecrow.
He just took a little bit. He said that was all he needed to make the waffles.
Excellent.
Where's the rest
right.
of it?
And yeah, what happened to the rest of the salt? Is it behind the collapsed rock?
He just chipped off enough to make the waffles. You don't just go using the ebon pick like it's an everyday pick.
Well, I can't imagine you would use a pick made out of wood for anything, but, I'm not a salt miner.
I know. That's why you only use it every now and then for the special peace waffles thing.
Wonderful.
Well, we're doing it today.
So, next question. Are there any ebony trees nearby?
No, we've got an ebon pick, if that's what you're referring to.
Right here, or is it behind the mine?
No, we got it. We got it here. We don't keep it in the mine.
Wonderful.
All right,
wonderful.
then let's get going.
That would be horrible to dry out the ebon pick. No.
Right. Rock, would you
Yes?
move your smaller cousins out of the way, please?
I'll go up to the crumbled down rocks. I'll be like, rocks, move. Like, wave my arms, and then I'll just start moving the rocks.
All right. I was going to have you make a charisma check, but sure, go ahead. And just move.
He didn't say how we just started moving the rocks.
Yeah. Right, so you start.
He moves them with his voice.
Like, rocks, move. Like, just to see if it works. Fine, I'll give you that charisma check if you want me to, but I was fully intending.
Give me a charisma check.
fully intending on just moving them. Boom.
That was pretty good, but commanding rocks takes a little more. You see, well, I mean, commanding rocks isn't just like a normal charisma check. You see,
It's not.
a couple of rocks from the top of the pile kind of tumble clattering down the pile, but you don't know if that was the wind.
I'll nod my head and it's like, good, excellent. And then
All
just
right,
start
the rest are going to have to be moved by some sort of large earth-moving device.
Like his
You
hands?
mean like the rock?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
I've got 14 strength. I'm also gonna go grab a pick and just help along.
I
All
have
right.
8 strength. I'm just gonna chill.
Okay, so you sit
You
there
move
watching.
the small rocks.
Yeah, I'll like move these. Good job, guys. Don't worry, I'm making lunch for you. And I'll like go use some of
Hell
my fresh
no, you are.
vegetables. I've got loads of
Taking
fresh
food.
vegetables, fresh produce, a loaf of bread, and my cast iron skillet, and a fire building proficiency. So I'm gonna make some lunch.
You can
And-
make all the lunch you want. We're not eating it.
All right, that's fine.
I'd rather eat prison food.
It's all right. I rolled a 32 on my cooking check, guys, but you don't have to have any
You
of
have
this.
to cook people.
Excuse me, Neal. 20.
Yeah, plus 20. Yes,
Okay.
I put
How
a
do you
lot
have
of
plus-
points
How?
into cooking.
How?
My intelligence is 17. Cooking is a intelligence-based skill, so it starts at 17, and then I put an extra proficiency slot into it, which gives me a +3 to that skill. So 17 plus 3 is 20.
Okay.
I'm a good cook.
It's like
Apparently, you're good enough at math.
it's like
Yep.
Harold's Gerald's fishing check.
Yep. This is why I hid under the cart during the combat, because otherwise that 17 could have been in strength or dex and actually made me survive combat. But instead, I chose to cook things well and hide under carts.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but what is Julia's grub skill?
Oh, that would be tragic.
12.
That could be tragic. Oh God.
You know, it's not
Hey,
bad.
that's
Also,
better than mine.
7 hotness.
7 hotness, 12 grub skill.
Oh, it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. You know, that's the upper end of
You
average.
could have my grub skill.
No. Zen has 6 hotness, 7 grub.
Ugh.
6 grub. 6.
Too bad you're not a super taster or something. You're not able to fully enjoy a 32.
Kind of eat.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, if you're a super taster, you can't enjoy just like a quesadilla that you slap together in the kitchen. I think it's probably better to have middle of the road grub skill, to be honest. But that's just
Maybe.
mine.
And I was at Justin's for New Year's Eve, and there was this. Basically, he cooked like a full. Well, I guess cooked isn't the right word. Assembled like a full English high tea.
Oh my.
And because there was an English person there, and then they had some kind of like really special tea that
My.
you did, like you made 3 brewings of it. You brewed it 3 times, and there was like a special quality about each one. And the first one was supposed to be bitter, and all the rest of us were like, "No, this is really good." And poor Justin's like, "Oh no, I can't stand that." And the rest of us was like, "It was fine." So I guess you're right about the super tasting, not being able to enjoy what everyone else is able to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, do we move the rocks?
Let's see. Go ahead and both of the people that are moving rocks, give me a strength check for how well you plow through the rocks, and a dexterity check for how well you don't cause a collapse.
Oh my god, Howard's a better rock mover than the rock.
Nah, he just rolled 5 better than I did. And then here's my dexterity check.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I rolled the
Okay.
same exact thing on both of them.
See, I'm gonna start like pulling away stupid rocks, and
Yeah,
the
Howard
rock.
moved more rocks because he saw like, well, this one is just sitting there, and the rock didn't even move it, but this is a good one to move. And you started like pulling out important rocks that shouldn't be disturbed or
Yeah,
out of
I'm
order?
pretty sure
Like, the rock is going from the
notices
top.
me.
Howard is just like, I see rock, I move rock.
All right, so
Like he's
Howard
taking the rock
causes,
approach.
a minor collapse. All right, so he takes 6 damage, and the rock. Apparently, his rock brethren are especially attracted to him. And
come on! I rolled a 32. I rolled a 32 on that dex check.
Totally did not cause a collapse. You did a very good job of not causing a collapse. Howard, however, pulled out the rocks that you very carefully avoided and caused the collapse, and you took 10 damage.
Hold on.
Howard, you're fixing this.
Oh yeah, what's Cure Moderate Wounds? D10 plus 1?
D10 plus 1.
Yep. Nice.
There we go. Thank you.
All right, he exactly fixed it.
1 for myself, and then I'll just use Orison's for the rest of my health.
All right, so you've gotten 1/3 of the way through the break, the collapse.
Oh god.
So now roll again to get another 1/3 of the way. Ooh, just makes it.
31 for strength.
Oh wow! I thought that 31 was mine. Nope, but the 32 on dex is mine.
Yeah.
All right, and we need your dex roll.
Oh,
All right,
beautiful.
You guys successfully make it through the second third. You're almost through. You can see darkness through the cracks. Finish.
Okay, we've got continual light stones like up the ass. I'm just
Why would you put them there? That's a terrible spot to hold your light stones.
Okay, so
It produces that warm glow.
no, I poorly moved the rocks. Do I cause a collapse? Oh my god!
Yes. Come on, I rolled a natural 20 on that freaking dex.
So the rock both moved the rocks successfully and dexterously. Howard failed to quite get the rocks moved well and caused another collapse.
Now, see, the problem is
10 himself and causing 5 to the rock.
I'll heal it as soon as I can. Well,
All right,
that
you
depends.
guys-
How many days is this taking?
This is taking hours as you're plowing through. We're
Okay.
being nice.
All right.
The
so-
guards are standing around watching you guys as well as the 3 remaining prisoners.
I serve them lunch.
All right.
I warned them not to eat it.
They eat it anyway and they love it.
Yeah, prisoners are
But-
quite happy to get some food.
She puts
Okay.
people in them.
Although the embezzler comes up to you. Can you, just as a special request, can you not use any salt in the food?
Oh, I didn't bring any salt with me. And all the
excellent,
salt is
excellent.
behind that rock, so I can't get you any salt.
Excellent, excellent. That's all we ask. All right, so you just need to make one last check on the rocks to move them. There's 2 of you. You want just one of you to try, or
Yeah, I think the problem is I started slowing down and getting sloppy, and apparently so is the rock.
yeah? Howard has caused both the collapses. The rock fails to make adequate progress, but didn't cause a collapse.
All right.
So what you're saying is roll again.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're so close. You can see the darkness of the mine. Okay, you make progress and don't cause a collapse.
Okay, cool.
You can see the expanse of the mine, the darkness up ahead. You can hear dark shuffling. There's a stench of death coming from the mine.
Yep, smells like they died.
All right, so getting ready to just like channel my power to turn undead.
Okay.
and wait
So
to see
tell me what
someone
you're gonna
dead.
do here. So you're getting ready to turn undead.
I pull out my giant sword.
All right. Do you have a march order? Do you like? Is there somebody have a source of light?
Rock first.
I'm not sure why we're saying that you guys have continual light gems up the wazoo. Is only one person, the Rock, has been noted as having continual light gems.
Because
No,
I've got a
'em.
continual light lantern. I've got a continual light bashing rock.
Okay.
That's
I've
all
got
I
a
have for
continual light
But yeah,
pebble
like,
that's sold
tie the-
for 5 gold at the common store.
Okay. Yeah, Neal really messed himself up on that one when he tried to cheat you by giving only 5 gold.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, you know, you make them in mass, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
You pass
And
them
so-
around, everyone's gonna
Players
have
can
them.
go buy them for 5 gold all the time.
Yep.
And yeah, so I'll just like tie the lantern around my belt and wade into the thick of it.
All right. So
And by wade into the thick of it, I mean stay at the mouth and let them come to me.
all right. So march order. Are you just staying at the mouth of the cave? You're not going in?
Right at the moment. If they come at us,
Wait, we have prison labor? I
mm,
turned to the foreman.
You have 3 prison laborers, the embezzler, the jaywalker, and the mattress tag remover.
Yeah, they're
Foreman, would you mind sending some of those other miners in to make sure everything's clear inside? They'll have to go in anyway, and we've already done the work of clearing the front door for you, so the least you could do would be to send in the miners to make sure that it's all safe inside.
Rock.
They all look at each other with terror, and I was like, we need to go in. We're absolutely sure it's not safe inside. You
Well,
can hear and smell the undead from here.
all right,
You've
come
already
on,
had
come
your
on, Julia,
last dinner.
let's go. I grab Julia by the shirt and I'm like, all right, this is what we get paid for. And like
Yep.
pick her up or something, like set her down 3 feet later because I don't want to carry her, and then just start walking in there, sword slung
So-
over my back.
yeah, I think it's going to be Rock, Howard, Julia.
I hope you got some spells, Julia.
Nope,
Excellent, you're a great wizard.
I'm
No
level 1.
spells.
Well, we assume that it took
Sucks,
another
sucks.
day while you guys were redlining and you have all your spells back.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let me take a look at my
It was a
spell.
long way to redline.
All right, then.
You can explain away all kinds of things with the red line. Like, before you redline, you could be holding on to you could be on the deck of a submerging sub, and at the end of the red line, you're fine somehow.
I don't know what this red line you keep talking about is. I don't get it.
You never see any Indiana Jones movies where when they travel, they show the map, and there's like a red line moving on the map, and you see sort of like halfway like a plane or something superimposed over the map to show that they're traveling.
I get it now. I get it. That's
Okay.
why we're doing the Indiana Jones song.
You
I
just thought
get
it
it.
was like random Indiana
Yeah,
Jones.
I had no idea why we were doing the Indiana Jones song, but I was on board because I really like those films.
All right.
Totally over
Apparently
my head.
Not enough to watch them with any attention to detail.
How much are you down?
I mean,
Oh, is that a heal for me?
No, that was for me. How much are you down?
I am down 9.
Okay.
But it's like 9 out of 50 or something.
46. It used to be 34.
Okay, and then I'll use 1 Orson.
Hell yeah.
All right. I guess you guys are all at full then.
Yep.
All right, time to do my job.
So the rock starts heading into the mine. So Neal, can we get a blank slate?
oh, yeah.
There we go.
You're gonna have to move yourself to it, unfortunately. I made you a GM, but here we are. Let's also change the music from forest music to
So,
mine music.
Your music.
So it's untitled.
Yes, untitled on the far
Alright.
right.
So we don't want red, we want black. All right. So you guys are heading into the mine. Why is it green? Why is it always green? Why is green the default?
Because
Like,
your color is green?
I pick a color and it says, oh, you picked the color, but green is nice.
If you click by your name at the bottom where it says Rob B, and you click on that green square, you can change your default color, and then it will always default to red.
Okay. Well, I didn't want the mine to be red. Why did someone draw a circle around the mine?
Why? Oh, Rob, you've only ever had nice players.
All right. So place yourselves in the mine going forward, starting from over here.
Good job, Neal.
Totally wasn't me.
Neal,
Nope.
Neal, you were the only other black player, and he was drawing stuff.
You can make yourself draw any color you want, man. Draw in green.
Oh, I know.
Or in yellow. Or in orange.
I was too busy putting
Those are
red
both
spots
yellow, Neal.
everywhere.
All right.
So there's a giant
No,
dick
that's
monster.
there. You guys drew that. That's there. There is a formation that is going to block a lot of your vision of the large chamber.
Sure.
You guys draw a dick. You're going to have to trip over it.
Oh my god. Okay, I think it's highly understandable that the prisoners have just mined out a penis shape. Like, real talk here, they definitely did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they don't have like the aerial view, so they know what they're doing, and the foremans are just like walking around doing whatever, and they don't realize that they always walk around the big dick in the room.
Yeah, and it's a chamber and pillar method of mining, so it's
You
totally,
need it there. You can't get rid of it now
Yeah.
because if you did, the whole thing would collapse.
It's a load-bearing penis.
Okay.
Tasteful, Rob. I appreciate the tastefulness of your
I think
your dick
I think
jokes.
that one needs to go in there. So
All
that-
right.
Okay.
You doing it, Connar?
So you guys are gonna start moving forward.
That's gonna require me to remember how to do it.
Oh my god. Worst mod ever.
Excuse me, best mod ever.
I
Fuck,
appreciate
pizza
that I
that
can
one
just
time.
move this on
Has
the
any other
tiles.
mod done that? They even called me to confirm
You
the
know-
address was right, and I was just
you know-
like, "Yeah, just come
Rather
on
than
up."
criticizing him, Neal, I think you should just thank him for his service and overlook any
Did you say
shortcomings.
spank him for his service?
No, I didn't, but apparently that's where you live on.
I'm pretty sure you did. I'll check the VOD later.
Apparently,
He
No.
totally said thank him for his service.
No, I'm
Neal.
pretty
What
sure
the
he
hell?
said spank him for his service.
apparently, Neal, you see a dick and
He really did
of
it.
spanking.
All right, so where are we going?
Yes.
I assume you're heading in towards that pillar.
All right, Rock, you're in the front. Go, buddy, go.
Excellent.
Come on.
What? Do I see anything?
You hear shifting sounds in the darkness. You can smell whiffs of a really horrible stench. You hear shuffling.
I'm coming.
Excellent.
I'm coming. Just hold on.
I'll go around this way. I'll get right there.
All right.
All right. Well, if we could be double backed on, Julia, you get between me and the rock.
Okay. That's very nice of you.
All right. Everybody make perception checks in the dark here. Nobody here has any sort of dark vision, right?
No, but we've got
We
light stones up our butts,
We have-
apparently.
we all have
Well, that means you'll
daylight
have to bend over
strewn
to
out
shed
everywhere.
light.
Oh yeah,
in a
so
very
you got one person bending over this way, one person bending over the other way, and then you kind of walk back and forth to
I think
shine. That's how you get a
bullseye
flashlight
lantern.
effect with a light stone.
Yeah, that'll count as a bullseye lantern. Or some sort of eye.
It's definitely not a bullseye lantern.
Brown eye lantern.
There we go.
Whoops, that was supposed to be plus 11. So that should actually be a 25.
All right.
Nope.
And did we have a Howard roll for perception?
Already did. That was the
24.
24. Okay. Howard is the only one who sees this then. The rest of you are blind to it. But
No,
along
Neal
the edges of the light, Howard sees in both directions what look like ghouls.
Oh. Maybe this is where we should take our break then.
All
Just
right.
as we see the ghouls. See you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.